First things first, the old prick will have to win. Not like he has any choice if it's that or me.
Yeah, the leader of the whole facility can wait. It's majorly important, but don't worry about it. It's not like you have you arrested or anything. Let's see. For the love of God, let me run it all the time. I don't know why they don't do that. That is also kind of annoying. Also, what the hell is it?
Hey, Arek.
Sorry, man, but I'm in quite a hurry right now.
What's going on?
Well, there's a problem I have to fix on the lower level. Apparently, it's a big deal, so excuse me. Take care, Albert.
Right. You too.
I'm not stalking him, I'm just his pathfinding went a bit odd there. Where the hell is... Oh, yes, where the hell is the bar? And it's right there. It's not exactly a Mass Effect like bar, but still. You don't see Caroline or whatever her name is. Maybe she's downstairs. Hello? Dear Carolina, we need some ingredients from the food production plants. Would you be so kind to provide us with 3 kilograms of hydroponic fruit, 6 eggs, 5 kg of sugar, and managed to acquire the milk on my own? So, that's quite dullest. Who's got going? Or they've got going now. Let's go to the toilet so I ignore her for a moment. I'm not going to ask. He's either waiting or he's a stalker. And that looks frighteningly urine coloured to me. I will say though, some of it does look fairly impressive graphically. I mean, as I've said, it's not a Crisis game or anything. It's not like you're gonna see competition for Crisis with these graphics, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Carolina.
Carolina.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd never come.
Sorry, I had to finish the session, but it didn't go.
That was a bit dodgily
An
wrote.
aggressive patient?
This time a sleepy doctor.
Nice job, Doc.
Let's not talk about it. It's hard to make an impression of a good psychiatrist if you're constantly falling asleep during sessions. I'm just so tired. And now I've been called into the conference room. The colonel's probably going to send me on a suicide mission, though I think he would be content just using my head in the dark. But seriously, everyone's in one hell of a rush today.
Yes, I noticed. Maybe it has something to do with this meeting.
Maybe, but I don't really care. How's your day at work?
Don't change the subject. It might be something really important.
I can see why they're having relationship
You know what I
problems.
mean, Albert.
I'm sorry. If only agreeing with you didn't mean meeting with this old prick.
Don't call him that. It can get you into trouble.
Okay, you're right. As usual.
He is perhaps one of the most whiny people I've actually played in a video game. I actually might let the bad guys smack him a few times with a crowbar next time as a punishment. Perhaps a little bit of head trauma will, you know, fix him up a little bit. Okay, so there's not really anything here that I need to worry about. That's weird. I kind of expected. So.
Dr. Tokai, the Colonel ordered me to escort you to the conference room, in case you had different plans.
Like they ever mattered. Did the pills help, Private Grotsky?
Maybe they would. But at a party, Kornak stole them from my locker, thinking they're candies, and fell into a coma. At least I know they work. Anyway, let's not keep the Colonel waiting.
It's open at Russia, Colonel come for you.
Aha! Here cometh the chosen one. A minute longer and we'd have to send a rescue party for you.
Not everyone's a clockwork soldier, General.
The Colonel's on the line, Doc.
You know what your problem is, Mr. Tokai? You're not even trying to be respectful. I have to wait for you every single time. You disrupt the entire administrative process. There is a problem, Mr. Tokai. On the second sub-level.
I'm guessing it's not a technical issue.
Rather a behavioral problem. People are acting strange. It is probably just a leak in the ventilation system. Some kind of chemical contamination. The quarantine procedure sealed all of the laboratory doors, trapping scientists inside. And you, as our prominent psychiatrist and pharmacologist, will go there with the security guards, find the cause, and neutralize it. It is your duty, Mr. Tokai.
But I think
That is your second problem, Mr. Tokai. You think too much. You have your orders, Mr. Tokai. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
He wants them to solve the problem, but his problem is that he wants them to solve the problem that they're having, that he's accusing him of thinking too much. Ironic. The writing is not exactly the best in the game, but it's not bad. It's still better than some games I've played.
He's in charge. Are you kidding? I've been here once, merely passing through. Where the hell is everyone? This area is usually crawling.
Actually, pretty impressive lighting effects up there, I must confess.
I've never seen this gate shut. Hey, Doc.
Gah,
Get
itchy.
used to this analytical brain of yours and diagnose the problem.
Well, the problem is you're an asshole.
I would prescribe a key card. Why don't you ask me about his childhood? Maybe it will open to you. And if it won't, just find that damn key card. Why the hell won't we issue one? Where would be the fun without complications?
To be honest, I've completely forgotten what the bloody button is for the flashlight. They're all over the sodding keyboard, which does not help. Interesting. Let's press that again. That's why we're just gonna close it, so that's... Oh shit! That did not sound friendly. Yeah, no. Not even slightly.
Communications down again. I can see on the cameras that something's not right in the reception area, but we can't contact them. We're going to check it out with Adam. You know where to find us in case of any problems. Bill?
Right. No wonder he's jittery. Hasn't seen too much real action since day zero.
You know, you guys are about as much help as being punched in the nose. Where can we go through here? That's the question. Let's just open this damn key card and get it over with, I think. The quicker they die, the quicker I can grab a gun, I imagine. Hello? Guys? Seriously? You might wanna, you know, come this way. Oh, that's quite a nice touch. If you hold the button... and it actually stays in that direction. That's pretty cool. So if, for example, you hold back and run, he'll turn around automatically and start running in a direction. If, for example, you're still holding S, or yeah, holding S, S will become forward as you're running, so that's pretty cool.
Gee, thanks. That will certainly solve all of them. There should be a hangar behind it.
It's actually amazing, I imagine, how much a gun would help in this situation, to be fair.
You're not going anywhere, buddy. Okay, Doc, do your magic. I know this man. He's one of my patients. Hey, moment, please.
It looks like you're doing a stellar job with that, Doc.
Look at me. Look into my eyes. Wait, son of a bitch! You want a piece of me? And how do you like that? Well,
You like that, don't you, bitch?
That's enough. Stop it. What the hell? He needed to relax. I only wonder why I was the only one to keep a cool head, Mr. Professional. HQ. Come in, HQ.
It's so cheesy, at the same time it's funny. I don't know what one it is.
Go to the reception and contact the HQ. It's like security channels are down. Are you crazy? I'm not going anywhere. Why don't we just go back and contact them the traditional way? And give the Colonel another reason to complain how useless we are? Do as I say. You know that I have to write a report, son of a bitch.
Okay. So I can aim and shoot. Very traditional controls. Awesome. So what we got. Okay, I have to go forward. Oh, bollocks. Oh, hell no! Oh, hello. Oh. I was going to say... high fear levels reduces accuracy. Never mind then, I was reading that, but apparently if you do anything to actually, you know, test it, it falls over. So all I basically know is that it reduces accuracy. Okay, so it doesn't look like I go under that. Unless I roll under it. Let's try that one more time. No, cannot roll under it. Okay, it doesn't look like I'll be able to... Oh. Yeah, kick it. Cool. Big boot, baby. Big boot. It's hardly bullet storm booting, but you know, it's a boot. No, not even slightly. Okay, you know what? I'm going to find out what the bloody button is for that flashlight. Keyboard. Okay, not really helpful. Interaction, kick, video, find target, aim, reload, pistol, blah. Point of interest. Flashlight is 5. Aha. There we go, that's a bit better. It's all about checking the corners on these games. Huh. Actually, fairly reasonable physics, I must say. I wasn't expecting the physics to be that good. So far, I'm actually fairly enjoying the game. I mean, it's not bad at all. I don't necessarily think it's amazing or anything like that, but can I pick up multiple weapons? Ah, excellent. so I can actually pick up multiple. Okay. I had originally thought to, you know, smash that. Oh, you can just actually climb up on it. Fair enough. Guess that makes more logical sense than trying to beat it with a hammer. Oh, you can actually crouch. That's pretty cool. That was automatic, by the way. Yeah.
Sacrifices are to be made.
Oh, that ain't good.
People are acting strange.
No shit, Sherlock. Wait a second. Hey, give me that. Here's Johnny, baby. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I just want to ask you a question. Yeah. That's better. Give that bitch an axe. Bitches love axes. Looks like I can climb up that. I see, so any object that's shimmering. Hello. 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 Seriously. I can climb? No climb? Ah, there we go. Okay. Is it me or does that look extremely dicey? Uh-oh. Could hammer time, I suppose. The character models are too shabby either. Once again, they are not the best I've ever seen in my life. You know what, I'm going to check this first. Yeah, fairly obvious. Restore the power to the cargo gate, and obviously, path so far is fairly linear. I mean, for me, who, by the way, is a fairly big fan of Dead Space, it's actually not a bad game at all. Okay.
Hi, Yannick. I put a new battery on the shelf and took the old one, which was constantly overheating, making the gate close suddenly. The new one should work fine, you just have to install it. I feel strange today. After visiting the control room, my hands can't stop shaking. Are you sure there was no leak from the pipes? Strange.
Owie. I just realised my leg was in a really awkward position, so it has now gone to sleep, which sucks because I've also got DOMs in it from doing squats the other day. So that makes a nice interesting feeling. I'm not quite sure what that does, but I'll press it anyway. Oh, that does not sound good. No, correction, that is not good. No, pick that damn axe up now. You're... Yeah. Yeah. Soviet Russia. I quite like that. Actually, that axe is not too shabby. Makes me wonder... Yeah, give me another one. Does make me wonder if the axes eventually break, but still. Always pick up a new nice, fresh, shiny axe. Pacificator. It's a baton of some description.
Extreme cases of confinement syndrome. Naturally, it often involve violence, but rather in the form of self-aggression. Now even those once peaceful behave like beasts. I've seen a guard mercilessly beating a man without any good reason. And it got better. Lights going out, predictable. Enraged lunatic, probable. Huge container dropping on my head. Am I the lucky one? Or do they greet everyone like that? I often deal with unstable patients, but this situation is not a common event. It's almost like a sudden intensification of usual syndrome symptoms, combined with the decline of self-preservationism. It must have something to do with this malfunction. Those people must be isolated. They might be highly dangerous to other inhabitants.
Really? What gave you the first clue? It may be highly dangerous. What gave you that impression? Was it your high experience of being a psychologist? Because to be honest, I never would have picked up on that amazing insight. I have to say, the doors open fairly oddly. That's a bit of a strange one to say, but you know, nonetheless. No power. So it's a fairly linear path so far. There's not been any kick. Ah, fair enough. What's this? Ammo. Okay, so I don't know if that's because. Let's pick this up. Hey, give me that. I don't know if I've missed the pistol, or I just haven't got the pistol, but I've got the ammo for it. I really hate that in games when you get the ammo for the damn weapon. It really oh. I think that elevated out of service. So... Really? You've got to be kidding me. This still one shot to his death. I like how he's not even slightly... Doesn't sound good. I do like how he wasn't even slightly reluctant to get on that. Yeah. That wasn't too big of a deal. You know what? I'm just going to finish him off a few times. Yeah. Lots of bits on the floor, but nothing really helpful. What's the next there? I'll keep the one I've got. I'm assuming that is basically a loading screen. I think that's a good place. Aha! I now have a... Oh, I can only pick one up at a time. Well, since I've actually got spare ammo for that one, I think I'll keep this gun. I figure this is a good place to call this video. All these videos. Might split this into two. I haven't decided yet. If you're wondering whether to pick the game up, it is fairly cheap, as I've mentioned. It's about £7.45. on Gamersgate, I believe. So I'm sure that is in US dollars, but it's not that expensive, I'd imagine. That's a pretty damn good price. If you're a fan of, say, let's go with an obvious example, DeadSpace, or it's not bad. It kind of is similar to me with, say, DeadSpace and I'm going to say Metro 2033. The only slight niggles I have with the game, there are a few. First of all, the writing could be better. Well, should I say the voice acting could be better as well. They're not bad, as you can hear, but they're not, you know, great. I have heard a lot worse. There are a few cheesy lines of dialogue, but it's more than acceptable for the game this price as well. I mean, come on. You're not really going to expect, I don't know, Samuel L. Jackson or something to be putting his voice in this one. Next of all, the graphics are fairly good. I do think there's a bit of repetition of textures, particularly with, say, the couches, that kind of thing. Once again, though, more than forgivable. The controls feel pretty solid. I'm using a keyboard and mouse setup, obviously, as you know. I don't quite like how the controls are set up by default, but obviously, you know, that's default. I just couldn't be bothered to change them, if I'm completely honest with you. But they do feel responsive, and so on. I do also quite like the run system. The fact that, for example, if I'm turning, I'll just show you guys physically. This time I'm turning this way, and I want to quickly turn that way. You know, normally in most games you have to turn, like, physically. And in Resident Evil, for example, there's a quick turn button. On this, if I hold S, I'm sorry, for some reason I lost the ability to speak suddenly. If I hold S, I'm literally running forward now by holding the S and the run button. So that's pretty cool. I actually quite like that feature. It might confuse the odd person, but I quite like it. And of course, WAS still moves you in the right. Sorry, A and D still move you left and right. So A is still left, and D is still right. So it doesn't switch those or anything. So that's quite a nice touch. And I'm actually surprised other games haven't incorporated that, or more games haven't incorporated that. So that's a pretty good incentive. Storyline's not amazing at the moment. It doesn't look particularly unique or anything like that. And it's probably got a twist at the end, whether he's infected or whether he's just, you know, slightly you know, whether he's just got the ability to somewhat predict the future or what have you. Who the hell knows? But you know, I'm guessing at the moment that it's one of a few possibilities. But still, it's pretty cool. It's not a bad storyline. Overall, the game's reasonable. I'd actually recommend you check this one out. It's not a bad price at all. And if you're waiting for Dead Space 3, like I am, might I add, then definitely worth checking this one. So, as I was saying, guys, well worth it. Not a bad price at all. It has a few bugs, but it's also got some really good positives. So hopefully you found this videos to be useful. I'll probably have to cut this into 2. I didn't realise it was basically 55 minutes I've been recording now. So anyway, take care of yourselves and bye for now.